Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm a professional property investor specializing in rent to HMO. I run a £500,000 property business based in Northampton, and I'm also a Simon Smith online mentor. Today, we're going to talk about my top tips on how to succeed in rent to rent. So tip number one, don't stop. I know it might sound obvious, but of all the people I've seen come and go, the successful ones, the ones who failed, those people had one thing in common, is they actually stopped doing it. They stopped doing viewings. They stopped doing inquiries. They stopped learning more. Life got in the way or whatever, but the fact at the end of the day is that they just stopped doing it. Now, the beautiful thing is, for all the challenges that you will be faced with starting your rent-to-rent business, this one thing is in your control, and that is a very reassuring thing. I always tell my mentees, this is in your control. If you keep going, you will actually succeed. This is simple logic. Keep doing it and you will figure it out. So that's my advice to you. Don't stop. Tip number two is surround yourself with like-minded people who are up to the same things that you are doing. It is important for you to not go it alone. Get involved with a community. Find people who are positively minded. They have a good mindset. They have a good attitude, and they will energize you and vice versa. This will also provide you with a type of support group or inspiration. One thing that comes to mind is our Simon Smith Online rent-to-rent retreat. After those 2 days, I'll tell you, the level of energy that people feel when they leave is through the roof. People feel inspired, they feel energized, they come away with ideas, they come away with inspiration, because believe me, there are people out there doing inspiring things that I feel as a mentor observing them. So I go there for inspiration too. So create that, be a part of a community. It will only do you good. Tip number three is get educated. Don't try and go it alone. The internet is vast and we have information at our fingertips, but I tell you, doing this business is not so simple. You need to learn from someone who has done it before, a real teacher who has done it, and preferably who is still doing it. The third ingredient for a teacher is that they actually know how to convey that information, that they can teach, because not all experts can teach. So find someone who's done it before and who can teach, and latch onto them and learn. Invest in your education. This is time and it's money, and it will be well worth it. We have spent money over the years learning rent to rent, and it has brought us the returns we never expected. I used to sell my time for money. Today, I'm liberated from this. I work in my own rent-to-rent business, and I have the freedom that comes along with that, and I just love it. So for us, in our journey, finding the right education was pivotal. We got education before, but finding the right education made all the difference for us. And in our case, it was Simon Smith, to be honest. He came to help us in just the right way that we needed at that time, and we landed our first deal shortly after. From there, we were on the path, and we haven't looked back since. So just to summarize, don't stop, surround yourself with the right people, and get educated. You will not regret.